Hola. So I'm in Campile in my garden, and I want to give you an update on how this garden is doing before the tree starts dropping their leaves. So I still have quite some vegetables actually. So as you can see here, I planted lots of salad greens like arugula, mizuna, mesclun. I still have some leftover carrots from this year. I have some pretty big leek plants over there. Look at those leeks, they're beautiful. Salad as well is very, very nice. And the arugula grows too quick, I can't eat or sell it. And here I still have some eggplants, which have given a lot of fruit this year. They produced a lot, and they are still producing a lot. Look at all those plants. I mean all those fruits. Look at all those fruits, it's just amazing. Well, then I want to show you the other two vegetable plots that are still in production. I still have lots of tomatoes and eggplants on the last vegetable garden over there. Here I still have some beans that I should harvest. I actually forgot to do this. But this garden is almost at its end. It needs a boost in nutrients. As you can see, most of the parsley is flowering. The Swiss chard is not growing very fast. Those leeks I planted at the same time as the leeks you just saw, and look at the difference, they are much tinier. So yeah, here you can definitely see a difference in nutrient availability. I've always had some issues with this garden because the soil is not very rich. Actually, it's not so deep. There are a lot of stones, very sandy. This is my tomato and eggplant, and still some zucchini spot, and the tomatoes are still producing quite heavily. I'm going to show you some nice crop like here, and they are still ripening, not super fast, but they are. So lots of cherry tomatoes. Yeah, the production has been okay this year, quite significantly less than the first and the second year, because not enough nutrients were added this winter. But the plants, they are doing fine, by the way. They are very, very healthy, even though I had a huge Phytophthora infection here early June. Also a lot of eggplants still left. So now I'm gonna show you the food forest, which has grown very well this year. So as a reminder, I planted a lot of vegetables in the alleys between the tree rows, so alley cropping. And I already showed you in earlier videos, but I want to start with the sweet potatoes, because I actually just finished harvesting some of them. So in this alley between this tree row over here and this tree row, I planted some eggplant, which is still giving, and mostly sweet potato. Here you can see I harvested some of them. They are really nice. Unfortunately, many of the plants I ordered, they arrived here in a very bad state. So they basically, I planted them every 35 centimeters, every 50, I don't remember. I think more every 50, but some of them they died. So this means even though it looked very plentiful, with lots of vines basically growing everywhere, there were big holes in the system. Sometimes there was a meter or so without any plants, so no sweet potatoes at all, which is a pity. Now I'm going to show you another row. So in this row, I'm going to show you the whole system. So row 1 here, row 2 there, and the vegetables. So I had I believe potatoes in this row. Yeah, I had potatoes, and now I have some zucchini, which have mildew. So I need to do something about it, but because it's basically the end of their growth period, I think I'm just gonna let them die. Here you can see a nice example of what Polonia can do. So Polonia, this is the fast growing tree. This guy I basically coppiced, I think last year, at the meter height or so. 1 meter, 1 meter 50 maybe. And this is what it made this year. All this biomass. So this guy, which should be I think at least 6 meters tall, just from this year's growth. It's incredible. And there you can see Polonias that are even bigger. And as I showed you in another recent video, I actually cut down some Polonias to let a little bit more light come into the system. And it's doing okay now. There's a bit more sunlight, so the strawberries and raspberries, they got a last boost. But now it's beginning of October, so it's really the end of the fruiting period of the raspberries. There's still some, but not so many anymore. And the strawberries as well. There's still some fruits left, but not so many. It's really beautiful with this autumn light to see this syntropic agroforestry system. Here you can see a Szechuan pepper tree that actually got damaged when I cut down one of those Polonias. It accidentally fell onto this guy, but it survived. It got basically pruned naturally, or at least accidentally. Now I'm going up to the upper part of the fruit forest. This plum tree that you see right over there, it's grown a lot. It's really impressive. This is only its third year, and it's already so tall. I think like 5 meters more or less, 4 or 5 meters. There you can see a row of berry bushes there as well. So here, this is the alley where I planted corn and beans and pumpkins. This here is the upper fruit forest area. We have an apple tree that's really beautiful. Willow for the biomass. Apple. I always forget the name of this guy in English. This guy, autumn olive. Also, this guy has really started to grow fast this year. Really huge growth acceleration. So I think next year it will get enormous at the end of next year. This also is an autumn olive. And I think I should see some of the first fruits next year. Here you see elephant grass flowering. I think, no, it's the second year actually they flower. And what I learned about is they do need actually quite a lot of water. So in this Mediterranean context, they are not really that useful unless you plant them extremely densely and or if you water them abundantly. But they are aesthetically really pretty, I find. They add another dimension to the garden. So, that's the garden in early October. Next update maybe will be when most of the leaves have fallen. So, then I was falling down almost in this hole. Here, you can't see it, but it's actually quite deep. Yes, but we survived.